Hi, my name is Barney Santos, and this is my story. So, I was born in the city of Watts, California, and I was raised by my single mother, who is an illegal immigrant actually to this country. She migrated over here from El Salvador to try to give herself a better life and eventually to give our family a better life. And so, as you can imagine, growing up in sort of poor neighborhood like in Los Angeles at that time in South Central LA and just Maywood, resources were difficult to come by, and but we did with the best what we could. And so my mother, working two jobs, was able to actually put me in through a Catholic school, a private Catholic school, elementary school. And so that's where I fell in love with reading and education, and really understood, because I had great teachers, what good teaching was, and I really liked it a lot. And so, but as I got older and I got sort of mixed in with the bad crowd, and because I had a lack of sort of male role models, I sort of rebelled during my high school years, and I performed poorly academically and was asked to leave by my high school. For lack of a better word, they basically kicked me out. And so, as you can imagine, it was a traumatizing time in my life. It wasn't until that point that I really understood what the value of true education is and what it means to be a person of substance who reads and who puts in the time to study, and the work ethic required to be a good student. So I made a vow to myself then was to really try hard. And so I went in at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, didn't leave until about 5 o'clock at night, just really hustling and reading and doing extra homework and taking extra credit whenever I could. I was part of that 1% of people who actually go back to their high school and graduate with their class, and I was really proud of that. It showed me that hard work really can help you in the educational system. And so after that, I jumped into community college, but because I was mixed up in sort of businesses and entrepreneurship, I didn't really see the value in it anymore. I said, "Why do I need that anymore?" Right? I'm an entrepreneur. Like I don't need it. And so I just kind of fought with that whole thing for about a couple of years, dropped out of college and got back into it, and realized that it's extremely important to be a well-rounded person and just to think critically in the way you think strategy-wise. Um, and so after about 9 years of community college, I decided I was able to actually transfer into Cal State Los Angeles, which was really amazing experience for me. This is where I really kind of spread my wings and excelled as a student. I fell in love with the education system again, and studied and read. And I read more than what was required of me to read because I just loved it so much. And I was the president of the Entrepreneurship Club. Won a lot of awards for my community service and my entrepreneurial efforts. Was extremely fortunate to have been a part of launching a global innovation fellowship program with my partner over the summer, where we had students from all over the world participate from prestigious schools, and and also having partners like that we worked with, like Facebook and Google and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, startup companies like Zumazi and Rally.org. It was just an amazing experience, and luckily I was able to graduate with a degree in entrepreneurship and marketing, and go get a job at a company called Unilever. So currently I'm working for a company called Unilever. It's a global Fortune 150. And because of them, they're actually able to pay for my education to keep me going. So now I'm looking into getting my graduate degree from Northwestern and from Berkeley, because I value education that much, and I want to keep going. And I want to be able to show my kids in the future that they can be educated. They could be a Latino in this country and be educated and be a person of substance. And you don't have to get an education, but if you want to, I'm a perfect example. You can do it, even though life throws you curveballs and derails you a bunch of times. If you have the character, right, the true grit to succeed, you can actually make something of yourself and actually graduate and prove to yourself that you can be an educated person and get a degree.